Good morning, everybody. It's the last day at camp before I leave to head out to the Olympic Peninsula. We're having breakfast. Jeremy here is working on an espresso for somebody. Yep, camp with even an espresso. Bike's all packed, ready to go. Wait until it's time to leave for the ferry. Breakfast is on the griddle. I already had my breakfast. We have people enjoying it. Banjo came over to see us today. That's Owen's dog, and we're getting ready to leave. So after 2 days of volunteer work, I am getting ready to hit the road. Glad you guys could join me. Talk to you later. So we're on the ferry heading back over to Anacortes. There is Mount Baker. You see there's snow on it. So there's neat that we have a mountain with snow on it there. And we're going to be pulling into port here soon, and I will be back on the bike riding towards the Olympic Peninsula tonight. We're now pulling into port in Anacortes. I will be getting on the bike and heading south to go catch my next ferry to go over the Olympic Peninsula. Hopefully I will make that tonight. I will give updates on the way. Glad you guys are joining me, and wonderful time for a trip. Hey everybody, I made it to Anacortes. Rode my bike over to have lunch, and the clicking sound is back. I had that clicking sound when I finished the Ohio to Erie Trail. I took it in, had service done, $600 worth of service. They fixed it. Then I went to Goba. I had 280 miles of Goba, and the last 10 miles of Goba, actually probably the last 15 miles of Goba, that clicking sound came back and actually developed into a grinding sound by the time I got to Bowling Green. Well, the clicking sound's back, so I'm a little worried. There is a bike shop here in Anacortes, but the next bike shop is in Port Townsend, which is almost 50 miles away, and there's nothing between here and Port Townsend as far as services that I could get a bike fixed. So I'm ending up staying at a hotel for the night. I'm staying at the Anacortes Inn and for the night, and then we'll be going to the bike shop. So I looked online and it said they were closed today and tomorrow, but I just rode by it and it is open today. So once I get into my room, I will unload the bike and ride it without a load on it and see if the clicking sound, sorry, my papers were blowing away. See if the clicking sound is there without the load on the bike. I'm assuming it's going to be. And then I will take it over and see if they can't diagnose something. I almost want to wait till tomorrow after, and so I can call the bike shop in Vermilion where I had the work done at and see if they have any suggestions before I pay a bike shop out here to repair it. But I also don't want to have to stay in a hotel another night. Probably the savings from calling the Vermilion bike shop would be more than eaten by another hotel stay. Decisions to make. I'm not sure which way I'm going, but I do know I'm staying here in Anacortes. I always have trouble with that name. Staying here for the night and then making my next move. Definitely didn't make the miles I wanted to today. I had planned on being in Port Townsend tonight, which is almost 50 miles away. But obviously that's not going to happen with the way the bike is running. I got to get this fixed in order to make some miles. Hey everyone, just an update of what's going on. I did go back to that bike shop. I did take up the bags, and sure enough that clicking was still there. I took it back to the bike shop. The manager at the bike shop took it for a ride, and sure enough he was able to recreate it. He put it on the bench and was able to recreate it on the bench. Ended up replacing the lower bracket again. It was the same thing that was done, I think it's lower bracket. Same thing that was done. This basically what that is the cartridge that is on the bottom that your pedals go on. It has all the bearings and all that, and it's all sealed in there and screwed in. It's the exact same thing that was just replaced 50 miles ago over at the other bike shop. The manager at this bike shop assures me that the bearings that are put in there are high quality bearings. He questioned the bearings that were put in there at the other bike shop. Whatever. So after that was done, the bike is working, same as it was when I left Vermilion when that was replaced. I don't know what's going on. All I know is that right now I have a working bike. I'm going to go ahead and continue on down the road tomorrow morning, and hopefully we don't develop this again. If we do, at that point, I'm going to have to make a decision because I can't continue replacing parts every 50 miles or however long it takes us to develop. And I may end up cutting my trip short, really short, because I just started. But we'll just wait and see and take it one day at a time. But right now, the bike is back up and running. Ended up costing me $130 or so. But if that's what it takes to get back up and running. So about $250 between that and the hotel for tonight. Rather than making it to Port Townsend tonight. But Port Townsend will be there tomorrow when I get there tomorrow. Thanks everybody for joining me for the night. I'm going to have a very short video on, actually there's two videos. There's for the maps, one for when I was on the island and one for what I did when I got here to Anacortes. And it wasn't much, but at least it was a few miles today. Well, for whatever reason, I've lost the video from the port to the hotel. It was about 4 miles. Oh well, it isn't much in the scheme of things. I have no idea how it didn't get saved. Anyway, I did ride from the port to the hotel. We'll continue on from here tomorrow, heading to Port Townsend, and hopefully make it to Port Townsend tomorrow. I will fill you in on how it goes. Have a good night, everybody.